Coming up on Winthrop Close Up, we'll take a look at a production that will scare the heck out of you.
And we'll recap the presidential election.
Students coming together to remember a fallen eagle.
I'll tell you how important sweet potatoes really are.
The zombie apocalypse is nigh, Winthrop. Are you prepared?
From the Department of Mass Communication at Winthrop University, you're watching Winthrop Close Up.
Welcome back to Winthrop Close Up. I'm Zoe Irizarry.
And I'm Brianna Robinson. This is the best of Winthrop Close Up. We'll be taking a look back at some of our best stories this semester.
Our first story is about Winthrop student Morgan Hughes, who passed away in a tragic car accident. Reporter Brittany Gunn was there as students gathered together to remember her and say their goodbyes.
Students and friends gathered between Dacus Library and Withers for a candlelight vigil for Morgan Hughes, who passed away recently in a car accident. Some of Morgan's classmates say she was the type of person that was always there for others.
You could go to her and vent about a teacher, a class, what's going on in your life, and she would just let you vent, and she would never, have a negative thing to say back. She would always give you some sort of positive word, something just to keep you moving.
She was just the type of person who could just lift your spirits. If you're having a bad day, you can go straight to her.
Morgan was a special education major that was anxious to start her teaching career after graduation.
She was getting ready to go to China and teach next year, so we were all jealous and envious of her because she had a plan and she was so excited. So it's going to be really sad not to hear excitement every day.
Students in the major of special education formed a tight bond that just isn't the same without Morgan.
We've definitely lost a family member, so it's going to be really weird just picking up and going on next week and trying to finish projects and worry about graduating.
While students struggle to move on with the loss of Morgan, there is only one way to describe what they are feeling.
I just miss her.
The Winthrop community will always remember Morgan Hughes. With photographer Kristen Boyce, I'm Brittany Gunn for Winthrop Close Up.
Morgan's two roommates were also injured in the crash. Hughes will be missed by the Winthrop community.
Tuesday, November 6th, Barack Obama was re-elected as the President of the United States. In order to prepare students for the election, Chelsea Woodall and Zoe Irizarry went to find out what each candidate stood for.
Know what it takes to get this country back.
President Barack Obama and Governor Mitt Romney are the candidates for this November's presidential election. Both candidates have big plans for the country, but have very different ideas about how to make the changes. President Obama is hoping to have 4 more years in office to complete his goals.
President Obama is running on his record, arguing that his policies, the stimulus package, the automotive bailout, the bailout of the major banks, kept the Great Recession from getting any worse.
Though the country experienced some setbacks during his presidency, Obama believes that his actions and programs help pull the country back up.
He's also running on what he sees as a number of his key achievements during his first 4 years in office, which include passing the Affordable Care Act, otherwise known as Obamacare.
Obama also holds a liberal stance on social issues.
In terms of abortion, for example, Obama believes in Roe versus Wade and upholding Roe versus Wade. Part of the plan that is Obamacare offers contraception for women at a reduced cost.
He is also concerned with equal rights for the homosexual community.
He would like to find some sort of protections for same-sex marriage to exist in every state.
Obama is also interested in helping out college students.
For President Obama, this means continued support of federal student loan programs, especially Pell Grants, and to encourage more people to go into higher education.
So now you know a little bit more about what President Obama stands for. Now we're going to go over to Zoe Irizarry to find out what his opponent is all about.
Candidate Romney's beliefs are mostly opposite to those of President Obama. He feels strongly about what he wants to do with our country and hopes to move America forward if he wins this election.
Governor Romney is arguing that the economy is still very weak and that he, with his background in business, is better able to create policies that will stimulate the economy.
As far as social issues, Romney has major opinions and big ideas about changing things up.
He personally does not support abortion rights, and wouldn't be opposed to having them rolled back either.
Romney takes a very Republican stance on same-sex marriages.
Romney does not support same-sex marriage. He does not think that states should offer same-sex marriage to couples. He thinks that the federal government should decide to not allow same-sex marriage across the board.
Romney agrees with President Obama to a certain extent on foreign policy, but he has different ideas about dealing with China.
Candidate Romney is more interested in tougher sanctions on China for not playing by the rules.
While all these issues are important, one particularly stands out for Romney.
For Governor Romney, what he sees as the major problem is the high unemployment rate amongst recent college graduates. And so what he would like to do is to put in place a variety of tax cuts and other programs designed to stimulate business growth so that there will be greater demand for workers, especially those with college degrees.
Now that you know more about both candidates, make sure you get out there and cast those votes. With Chelsea Woodall, this is Zoe Irizarry reporting for Winthrop.
You can visit BarackObama.com to keep up with all of the projects that our newly re-elected president is working on.
If you've ever parked anywhere on campus, you know that there are certain rules. Kaylee McDonald went to find out what those rules are.
Like most college campuses, Winthrop has a set of rules for parking on campus.
I got numerous parking tickets.
This year I've had 3 already.
I have gotten 2.
The parking enforcement supervisor explains where many of students' parking problems come from.
They do not go on the website and read, all the regulations, concerning parking or in the regulation. Very few of them read them. We try to make it simple. We have the parking spaces color coded. We try to put up signs and everything so the students will be aware.
White lines are for student parking, with signs indicating resident or commuter spaces. Garnet is faculty and staff. Yellow means you can't park there at all, and blue spaces are for the disabled. Cars parked on campus without permits have their license plates cross-referenced with a list of students. If it comes back,
we're going to think that the student have chosen not to get a permit and they're parking on campus anyway.
One student tells his experience.
I had just bought a new car and I had a busy week that week and hadn't had time to go into the police office, and so I just parked on campus, and for not registering my vehicle I got 2 $80 tickets.
If a student receives a ticket that they do not agree with, they can pay the ticket at the cashier's office and fill out an appeals claim that can be returned within 10 days and have a committee evaluate the citation.
So be sure to stop by Campus Police with any questions about parking. I'm Kayleen McDonald reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
Campus Police would be happy to help you with anything you don't understand about parking. After the break, we'll tell you about a miracle vegetable.
Welcome back to Winthrop Close Up. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a sweet potato. Chelsea Woodall tells us about how sweet potatoes can save the world.
So we're giving away goodies made with sweet potatoes, because sweet potatoes are sustainable.
A lot of people don't think there's anything special about sweet potatoes, but they can actually help resolve serious issues like hunger and poverty in third world countries. A group called One Campaign is trying to spread the word about these vegetables.
They're self-sustaining, meaning that they don't require as much need, or that they fit the climate type in Africa. They're a great form of nourishment as well for the people of Africa, and it allows them to trade, it allows them to make things and sell them, and so it's putting people out of poverty, which is what our ultimate goal is.
One Campaign is a national group that has branches all over the country to raise awareness of issues like AIDS, poverty, and the need for clean water and agriculture. They want to gain support for continuing foreign aid.
So basically what we do is we ask our members of Congress who get paid to represent us to support things that we really care about. So right now it's agriculture and agriculture development, specifically in Africa.
So next time you eat a sweet potato, remember how important they are for other countries in the world. I'm Chelsea Woodall reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
To learn more about sweet potatoes or other topics from the One Campaign, visit their website at one.org.
Have you been naughty or nice this year? Timothy Coco explains how one student displayed those who were naughty in a controversial way at her church.  2  years ago, 2 students were arrested for disobeying a school board order.
Halloween is a secular holiday that the First Assembly of God Church in Rock Hill has put a Christian spin on. They named their event Halloween as a play on words.
Our purpose is kind of to show people from a third-party perspective the decisions that they make, and they can see it in other people so that they can kind of see a reflection of themselves just by watching the scenes pan out.
This controversial program uses scenes of a 13-year-old girl who died in a car accident as well as a teenager who was involved in an alternative lifestyle to demonstrate the possible effects of a life without faith.
It's just incredible to see how much you can change somebody's life in a series of 45 minutes of events.
Other scenes that depicted real-life events were a teenage boy murdered by a controlling father and a woman who died getting an abortion.
We wanted to provide a way that the young people could share their faith and what's more scary than real life.
The program has been running for a decade. It is estimated that this year's production will be viewed by roughly 2,000 people. Halloween is located behind the Bank of America across from Winthrop Coliseum. I am Timothy Coco reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
Be on the lookout for announcements about next year's Halloween.
And while some students are trying to save their souls, others are preparing for an attack by the soulless. Reporter Mike Zumak spoke with Winthrop students to find out what they would do during a zombie apocalypse.
In recent years, the love for the undead has grown exponentially. Films like 28 Days Later and Dawn of the Dead have inspired people to develop their own zombie survival plans and hoard supplies. Some Winthrop students already have an idea about what they would need.
Oh, this is weird, but I'd get like a cooler and put like all those blood bags in it that they have so I could just throw them out for bait, you know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, I would use that.
A baseball bat is obvious, and some food, and probably a revolver.
Those supplies sound reasonable, but where would students want to go to get away from the chaos?
My dorm room. Lock the door.
The best place to go would be the water tower over there.
But it's like if I was just ran on campus, I'd probably go for one that had like the least windows down at the bottom, like the ground level, and someplace I knew that had food, but also had like some other stuff that I could use.
So you've heard what some students had to say. See how you stack up by participating in our poll at our Winthrop Close Up Facebook page. I'm Mike Zumak reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
If you want to brush up on some survival tactics, Dacus Library has tons of literature that can assist you.
Now we're going to take it over to the Best of Eagle Sports with Chelsea Woodall. Chelsea?
Thanks, Zoe. After the break, we'll show you some of the best sports stories of the semester.